This is SDR News and Geekazine.com's coverage of NAB.
Hi, this is Andy McCaskey for SDR News here at the National Association of Broadcasters, NAB. We're talking with Ernie Sanchez, who's Vice President at Cinnafilm. Yeah. And this is a really interesting technology that takes uses some of the power that HP workstations are able to bring to the party. But we want to try and understand what makes it so difficult to do the type of work that you guys do.
Sure. Some of the things that we're doing some very complex format conversions, some very complex restorations. And the challenge is that we need to be able to leverage both CPU and GPU to be able to output things in a reasonable amount of time. One of the things that has really plagued the market niche that we're in is that a lot of the software today is only CPU. Is going to operate on the CPU. So what happens is the rendering times are just phenomenally long. But because we leverage the GPU, we're able to get some very, very fast rendering times with some very high quality. And that's where HP comes in, because we have a lot of options and we have a lot of capabilities that other manufacturers just don't provide.
Now, the variety of video cameras that are in the marketplace now, all nominally HD, but there's a tremendous difference in the sensors from one camera to another.
Yeah, so one of the things that Cinnefilm has been very, very proud of is the fact that we can make many different cameras look like one lens. So a very famous movie that came out last year for the Canon world was Act of Valor. And the unique thing about Act of Valor is that it was shot with Canon 5D cameras, but it also had 35mm film in there. And there was also some Sony cameras in there. What Cinnefilm technology was able to do, the dark energy technologies, we're able to remove the noise and the imperfections in every one of those video pieces and in film pieces and make it look like it was all shot with one lens. So when you went to go watch Act of Valor in the movie theaters, it looked like it was shot with one camera, not many different cameras. And so being able to make video look homogeneous, irrespective of where it came from, whether it's an archive, whether it's a handy cam, whether it's an iPhone, it doesn't matter what it is, the Cinnefilm technology is able to make it look like it's shot from one lens.
And you also were talking about some of the work you've done converting 16mm film. Why is that such a challenge?
Well, one of the things that 16mm has is a lot of warmth and a lot of presence that digital just still does not have today. The challenge is if you try to take all those archives and put them into an HD broadcast stream, you wind up having a lot of compression artifacts. You wind up having a lot of video issues that are going to fail QC. So what our dark energy technology does is it removes all the 16mm grain without affecting the details, and then allows you to interject 35mm film sim if you'd like, or whatever film simulation you want to. Long story short, we're able to take 16mm, put it right next to stuff coming out of today's Alexa and Red and Sony cameras, and you can't tell the difference.
Ernie, we talked about dark energy as one of your products. What other products are you showing here at NAB?
So we're showing our Tachyon technology. Now, Tachyon is a standards conversion technology that's designed for transcoders. Typical workflows before Tachyon are you have to go out to baseband to an expensive hardware device for a standards conversion, and then you come back to the file domain to do your transcoding. That's both time consuming, and you can only go as fast as real time ultimately, and it's what we call a Frankenstein approach to standards transcoding. No one wants to Frankenstein anymore. Everyone wants a file-based solution. So we created Tachyon to plug into Telestream, Vitaspine, Root 6, Radiant Grid, Harmonic Carbon Coder. And what we do is we bring hardware-level quality conversions into the file domain. So, and when we leverage the HP hardware, we're able to put 8 simultaneous transcodes on a single server, giving people the ability to go through mountains and mountains of footage very, very fast for going from PAL to NTSC to cinema to iPad to iPod to anywhere in between. We're able to give you that conversion that you need.
Okay. And HP was uniquely capable of handling this GPU approach?
You know, the thing about HP that we looked at all manufacturers of hardware before we decided on an OEM provider. The one thing that stood out amongst everybody else is that HP understood GPU computing. They understood the importance of a GPU in a server. Other manufacturers, they just don't get it. HP gets it.
Excellent. So where can people go to find more information about Cinnefilm and this particular application?
Sure, you can go to our website, www.cinnefilm.com, or you can go to our Facebook page, or you can go to Twitter. Just look up Cinnefilm.
Excellent. Ernie, thanks so much for joining us, and I hope you have a good show here. This is Andy McCaskey from SDR News.